Let's get into it. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga. By show of hands, whose first watch was it? Twas it. Do we have any first timers for the one and only Vinland Saga? I know for most people this is a rewatch, including myself. Shut up. One person? Wait, M, did you watch this before? I could have swore it was a rewatch. It was gonna be a first watch for you. But big time crush season 2. Damn. We have Free the Chipmunk in Time. I am here. Yeah, Biggie is a season 2 all-star, bro. When he get hooked, he's gone, bro. But W saving the chipmunk, Chris. Or freeing the chipmunk. And rewatch for Chris, okay? No, it's not Dub. You know, M, you sicken me, bro. Straight up. You sicken me. No, you didn't even attempt to try, bro. You didn't even try. Like, there's a thousand ways and 1,000 sites you could use. Don't even try. I do in short stuff. I can't watch long ones. Sounds like you're not trying. Sounds like precisely. That's why I don't use Crunchy. Fuck Crunchy. But yeah, bro, you didn't even try, and you have the audacity to be mad at your kids when they be failing in your tests. But you didn't even try. But it's the kids' fault, It's the kids' fault, Crazy. You see how these teachers do, bro? I'm telling you right now, bro. Telling you right now. Crazy work. Crazy work. Yo, Smith, link for the 33. But nah, all jokes aside, I didn't got
Litty.
Yeah, I'm just gotta pay attention. I'm glad I ruined the streak now. I don't care about streaks. I'm gonna be so for real. I've lost plenty of streaks. Don't worry. But so yes, for most of us, I assumed it would be a rewatch. And for me personally, I am glad we got this one because I haven't watched the first season. I know. I watched the first season of Vinland Saga since I watched the first season of Vinland Saga, which was when it came out, 2019. So it's been a fat minute since I watched this one. And I was actually really excited because I remember when I first watched it, I was like hella intrigued. I was like this shit took me by storm. You know what I mean? Like this anime took me by storm, bro. I deadass was like, whoa. Like off rip, we was getting jiggy. You know what I'm saying? I was hooked from episode 1 to episode 24. Okay. So this one was a good refresher, and I might have to rewatch season 2 again. But yeah, this one was a good refresher, and it reminded me of a lot of things I loved, and it also shed some light on something that I was wrong about. Okay, yes, Fuego OP as well, exactly. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that because when I watched it for the first time, because it was so long ago, I always thought something about a certain individual, right? You guys probably can guess who it is. About a certain individual, but I was wrong. I was wrong. And I'm curious to see how you guys took it and what you thought of the rewatch. Biggie said it was a slow burn, but went off quick after that. OP was OP. I don't. For me, it wasn't a slow burn. I'm gonna be so for real. For me, it wasn't a slow burn. Like there's slower parts, right? Don't get me wrong. There's definitely some slower parts. There's some lengthy conversations and details, and following the whole Danish versus the English, and all the connections. That kind of got slow. I'll be honest. That kind of got slow, but I don't think it was short of. I don't think it was short of anything. To be honest, I don't think it was short of anything. Like in the beginning, you know, you see it starts off with Thor's and Thorkel in war, okay, and they're just fucking they just going crazy. They just bodying motherfuckers left and right. Thor's goes on a solo mission, starts going from boat to boat, just absolutely crucifying people. He's out here stabbing motherfuckers underwater, full thrust, splitting them in half and shit. I'm like, bro, what? Brother, you underwater. How you generate that much momentum, gang? What the fuck? This motherfucker is leaping from fucking meters to like, dude. Torres was insane. Torres was insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Torres the GOAT, yes. Torres was insane, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like that. He's just a demon. Like, and then it shows him, back at the village and now trying to live a peaceful, quieter life. And then obviously you get the interruptions with the whole slave thing, right? And then like he bought out the slave for 4 sheeps and shit like that, whatever. His daughter's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with Pops? Pops is tweaking out. What the fuck? Why Pops going crazy? Like, nah, bro, we need them bitches. This motherfucker about to die anyways. But you just see the level of character that he has. You see the level of morality he now operates from. Um, so yeah, motherfuckers need a prequel of Torres story. No, 100%. Torres needs a yes. We need a prequel. Big Ned Stark vibes. Retweet. Retweet. I want a full Torres story when he was. Yeah, I need a full season of a prequel, bro. Straight up. That was crazy Ned Stark vibes. I can't even cap. I can't even cap. Like that's exactly what I thought at that point in time too. Like yeah, 100%. But I mean, let me know how you guys felt about the beginning as well. You know what I'm saying? Like talk to me a little bit, bro, because there's a lot that happens about the whole anime. We're not gonna go like obviously episode by episode, but there's a lot that happens. So talk to me. CJ, go ahead. Oh wait. Fuck. Discord was muted. But you can go from here. It's fine. Go ahead. You didn't really get into anything. It's fine.
Okay, so they couldn't hear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was when, like I was saying, I saw this in 2020 when I was on an anime freaking binge-a-thon, going through my favorite YouTubers' top 50 anime lists. Try to watch most of them, and I'm gonna get back to that. But just know when this anime was selected, I was not that excited to rewatch this. And then, okay, so when they used to talk about this back in 2020, when I never heard of this, they were like, "Oh, this show's amazing. The fights are incredible." And they
Mm-hmm.
would talk about what happened on around episode 3, right? They're like, "Oh my God, that changed everything. That was insane." So, I went into this with the highest expectations. And
Okay.
I especially wanted to see what they talking about around episode 3. So, load it up. It's off rip, starts off with the action, the music,
Yeah.
I will say on second watch, I did appreciate it a lot more. The
Yeah.
the way it opened, the
Mm-hmm.
soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
the the fluid animation. It's just like great production.
And also, I want to add before I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want to add that this is CGI done right because we have had animes where we saw CGI, but this is CGI done right. Go ahead, you continue.
Yeah, it's done so right. I didn't even think it was CGI.
Yeah, no, that ass.
All right, yeah. So what was I saying?
Episode 3.
Yeah, the episode 3. So on rewatch, I was appreciating the opening a lot more, the music, the visuals, blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. I didn't appreciate it as much back then because I was watching banger after banger after banger. So all I saw was quality, you know?
Yeah.
So when all you seen is quality, you don't appreciate stuff that much. But on rewatch, after watching so many mid shows, I'm like, yo, this is like this is quality production.
I'm
I
dead,
was like,
bro.
okay. So we get to episode 3 on my first watch, and I see what they was talking about a little bit. That's
Hmm.
when Thor is getting busy,
Yeah,
but
active.
I was disappointed back then because I was like, okay, he got busy, he's real strong and whatnot, but
I can see that.
I thought the action was gonna be like blowing my mind,
Like
but
epic. Yeah,
it was
it was
this
good.
show doesn't really have like any mind-blowing action in my opinion. It just has really good action.
Yep.
It like doesn't have that extra sauce, that extra spark
Hmm.
exactly because they do try to keep it mostly realistic.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. Very fluid fight scenes. Yep. Yep. Yep.
it does great.
Yes.
But I was just expecting some blow my mind type sauce, which it did not give me. So on the first watch, I was disappointed with that. On the second watch, where I knew what to expect, I just appreciated stuff more.
I can second that. I would definitely say like on the second watch, I definitely appreciated things more, and I also on my first watch, it didn't blow me away, but I did think like I was like definitely like, ooh, what the fuck? Like shock. I still had like a shock factor when I first watched it because I just watched it because it was something that came out. Um, it was dead ass like it just had came out when I first started watching it. There wasn't really hype around it, and there wasn't the level of media that we have now where like all these animes are being hyped and stuff like that. So it was just like, yo, I was finding stuff, and like if Chris and them were finding stuff, we would like bounce off each other and like, yo, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch this. But like even still to that degree, we weren't even doing it to that degree back then. So when I was watching Vinland Saga, I was just like, oh shit, hold on, we got something crazy here. What the fuck? And that shit, it was still shocking, but I agree, it wasn't like mind-boggling anime where it's like, oh, what, like the craziest fight scenes and shit. Like it was just really fluid fight scenes, and it was just really good animation, and it was like impactful moments more so than it was like an insane fight scene. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, good. You can continue. But
Yeah. Rollo, you want to say anything? Hello, hello,
Raw.
Rolores.
Oh, my bad. I was on push talk.
Hmm.
You want to say anything?
Uh, I don't know. I just really appreciate the animation, like like the CGI compared to like Kingdom Season 1 CGI. Just 10 times better. I love Kingdom, but the first season, okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was thinking this was like Kingdom, but I never seen Kingdom.
It's a
I
little more
watched.
political intrigue.
Yeah, I watched Kingdom. The CGI was unbearable. I've not finished it, but like I said, this is the CGI done right. So yeah.
But I
Um,
heard Kingdom starts off sketchy, but gets
Yeah,
better
season
and
one's
really
better.
cutting
good.
edge, but the story's there. Animation's
That's what I heard.
questionable.
Mm, that's what I heard.
Gets better
Eh,
after season 2, but yeah, besides the animation, just right off the rip, just hooked me right there.
Yeah, I gotta
okay.
get to that one.
All right. Let me catch up the chat real quick. Smithy said the beginning hit more than I remembered. Chris said Def a good understanding of his character early when he was taking care of the slave and even brought him back from the other guy even though he was dying. Absolutely. Smithy said knowing how the story shakes out makes it more tragic. Facts. And then what is it? McBiggie said, yeah, it's like Blood of Zeus, nothing crazy but still good. McBiggie's a fucking hater. I agree with Smithy. You cannot compare this to Blood of Zeus. It's not even close. Not even close. Coco, what's good, baby? How you doing, bro? I hope the third season's better than the second. Listen, man. All right, we're talking about the first season. Okay, we're talking about the first season. We're gonna keep it on the first season. We're not speaking of the second season, okay, until that time comes. Nah, but I've been chilling, brother. Hope everything's well. Biggie, I'm not gonna lie. I'm sensing a little bit of haterade, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sensing a little bit of haterade, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, first season Thor goes for real. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm seeing consistency with how we should be feeling, right? And then I see nothing crazy, but still good. Like, I don't know about that, brother. I don't know about that. Okay. It was a backhanded compliment, but a compliment. But yeah, so like in regards to that episode specifically, right? Because that's like a big turning point. So I remember when I first watched it, bro, and this is what gave me the misunderstanding that I had during the first watch, right? I didn't remember it either for a long time. I didn't remember exactly what happened. I just knew that they hold tours, right? So for the longest time, I thought Askeladd was a cheating, low life son of a bitch. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not. There's more. There's more to that. I won't say just all of it yet, but there's more to it. But I thought Askeladd was a low life, cheating son of a bitch. Okay. I fucking hated his bitch ass when I first watched it. Okay. Now, having watched it a second time, I actually I hated that it happened to the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I hate that they Ned Starked him, right? But at the same time, I actually was able to understand his position, understand why it happened the way it happened, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I was a lot more understanding and I was like, damn. Because I even see the expressions now versus the first time where I was just reacting and kind of like just like mad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I can understand it now because he knew he lost. And then when you see the dialogue from where he knows he's losing and like where he lost, right, in the stand he had to take, um it made it made it it made me appreciate it more because I understand, like I just understand it now. You know what I'm saying? Like he lost and he knows he lost. And he didn't have any outside interference until he had to, right? Because of the fact that like he was sent on a job on a mission, and regardless of warrior code and like morality and like all this other shit, he had a job to do. And you could see his like admiration for Taurus, and you could also see his kind of like discomfort with having to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that episode even more because I was misunderstood about Askeladd. And also, just seeing Taurus get to work again is just amazing, bro. Like whatever little bit of time we have with my goat, you know what I'm saying? Like where he's just getting busy, like mucking, like just knocking motherfuckers out barehanded, bro. That's a true meaning of a warrior, bro. Like what a true warrior needs no weapon. You feel what I'm saying? Like that, like it's hard to top that, dude. It's hard to top that, bro. I'm gonna be it's really hard to top that because it's like, yo, who was really fucking with him? Nobody's fucking with him. Bro, Floki had to send a whole bandit brigade because he was afraid of getting absolutely pieced, bodied. Because he would have bodied every one of Floki and them can't even fuck with Askeladd's crew, right? He can't even fuck with Askeladd's crew. So he knows for a fact if his crew tried to do what Askeladd and them did, they all would have got wiped. It would have been a 1vx. It was straight up would have been a 1vx. Murder was the case. No one's coming out of that, bro. I'm dead ass, bro. I'm dead ass. Like it would have been a clean sweep, not even close. So I did really appreciate that. Coco said, I'm upset. Main character didn't get to kill the. Oh wait. That's far ahead. Chris, don't get me. Coco, I'm gonna get to that one because I don't want to jump too far ahead just yet. But I'm with you on that. We here with that one. Ashlet's character development was really good. Chris said, I love that dynamic between them. Like Thorfinn hated his ass and was convinced everything he did was on his own accord to get back at Askeladd. And Askeladd just took him under his wing and literally raised him. Yeah, no, true. So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get to that. We won't get into that. But a true warrior is Twitch chat. Shut the fuck up, John. But no, I wanted to say I really appreciated that episode because obviously that's the turning point. And then even seeing Thorfinn fucking raging like that had me like that shit gave me bumps, bro. That shit gave me bumps, bro, because you can see how he was a little spunky. Because at one point I thought, we see that he's a little weak and like a little whatever when they doing like the mock war and stuff like that. With the little kids having a little mock war and he getting bodied. He's like, oh, why am I always one of the first to die? I'm like, bitch, you better come correct, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You tore his fucking seed, my boy. Remember that. And then when it was time for the draft, he was on demon time. I was like, okay, bet. He snuck on the ship and everything. And then when they were like, oh, Taurus's son snuck on the ship, whatever, or like is following us, and you just saw his eyes, bro. After he screamed, they're like, everyone was like, oh shit, like they knew he was about the business, man. About the business, bro. And I was like, Thorfinn, my goat. Let's go, baby. We gotta ride. We gotta ride for my dog Tors, bro. Fuck are you talking about? We gotta ride for Big Dog. And the first time I watched this, I was all about the get back. All about the get back. That's all I wanted was the get back. I didn't care about nothing else. I was like, yo, when are we gonna get the get back, bro? When we gonna finna get our lick? Okay, it was our lick. Okay. And then on rewatch, I was like, I love it. But yeah, that was a really good scene. CJ, you can go ahead.
Yeah, on the first watch, I think I was focused on just hating Thorfinn. Like I just
You
didn't like
hated Thorfinn?
bro. Thorfinn is a little shithead.
What?
Straight up, he's a little shithead. Ain't no if, ands, or buts. He's a little shithead, bro. In the mock exam, he started freaking breaking people's arms. Like he was breaking kids' arms because he was throwing a temper tantrum. Y'all forgot about that? He was breaking kids' arms and beating them up. Unapologetic. He was a little shithead. He was a bad kid. Then he snuck on the boat. He's greatly responsible for Thor's death. Okay, the goat died mainly because of Thorfinn.
He would die regardless.
He wouldn't have died.
He would have died regardless. They would have. The condition was save my people or take my life, save my people, or I live, everyone else, or we all die. Actually, it would have been they all died. There was no escape. It's either you take my head and leave everybody else, regardless if Thorfinn was there or not, or we all die. Taurus was dead regardless. If you thought that he was gonna let any of them go, you're sadly
Not about
mistaken.
letting them go. I'm saying like he could probably maneuver and beat them up, but
No,
maybe
because
because
Bjorn.
the main leverage was they had Thorfinn at knife point.
I know, but they would have had any of them at knife point. Bjorn would have did
Yeah,
the same thing to any of
anyway,
them.
it is what it is. I don't care about that detail. We focus on Thorfinn being a little shithead, bro. He snuck on the boat. He came out of cover, started acting crazy. He was stepping out of line. He made it extra easy for himself to get caught. Then the whole freaking show, bro. He's trying to get his get back. I'm with it. But he's just a little angry shithead, bro. He been this angry
He just saw
shithead.
his father die.
Yo, dog. It's not about that. He been that way since before his dad died. He been an angry shithead. That's why he broke the little kid's arms and stuff. Cause he just a little temper tantrum
Guess whose
throwing
son
kid.
he is? Thor's.
What that got to do anything? Thor's is a respectable, calm man.
He wasn't always.
He always was a calm man.
No. Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
Where
Oh
where
what?
did they show he wasn't?
Bro, so when they showed when Thorkel was telling Thorfinn about Thor's, right? He was saying your father was a great man. He was a strong man. He was stronger than me easily, but there was one glimpse of where I saw change in him. They went back to the scene where he had when he had Ilvia or whatever her name is, Ilva. When he had her, he was emotionally detached. He didn't care about nothing. He was treating Helga and anybody else was like he was just cold in the face and just like your dad wants a boy, give me a boy next. Like he was so detached. All he knew was blood and war and all this other shit, and he didn't give a fuck until Helga got mad. The only time she ever got mad at him was because he was holding the baby the wrong way. The fucking nurses were like panicking, and he didn't want to give the first kid a name. And Helga said, "You give him a name now." The only time he's ever seen her mad, and that was the first glimpse of when he changed and when he wanted to change and run away from the whole scene. He said it himself.
No, you saying something totally different from what I'm saying. That's
No,
him
no,
becoming a better person. That's him being nicer, more
no. He
considerate.
would. No. But what I'm saying to you is, he didn't have that type of compassion, that type of morality, that type of sense of anything, the sense of family, the sense of father. He didn't have any of that until that happened. So it's not like, oh, he was just always a great man. No, he was a great warrior because he was emotionally detached, because he was detached from like killing people that meant nothing to him. He said it a bunch of times. Killing people that never meant anything to him until he felt like, oh, my family. Remember when he was dreaming during the fight and he wanted to get back to his family
Yeah,
and
I
then he
get
killed
what
the
you're
guy?
saying. I think you focus on one part of my statement. The other part that set you off was I said he's calm. Like he's still calm. He's still been calm back then, even though he was
Okay,
cold.
bro.
What, I'm capping? Was he not calm when he said, "Give me a
What
boy" and all
what
that cold stuff?
what what was your statement? He was what was the calm what was followed after calm?
No, that was the last thing I said before you got off, before you
You
started
said
talking.
calm, respectable, or
No,
respectful, or whatever.
I said that, but calm was the last thing I said.
Oh my god, we're trying to dance around it. All right, whatever. Go ahead, go ahead.
What do you mean dance around it?
We gotta dance around.
You
That's fine.
you provided a point for my first statement, like the first part, but he still is calm though.
Yeah, he's calm.
He wasn't a crash dummy.
Yeah, but I mean, Thorfinn's fucking 6 years old.
I'm saying Thorfinn is a crash dummy the whole show,
So
and
we're not gonna
I
give.
just
So
I
we're not
just
gonna
don't like
give.
him.
So all right. So hold on. Let me catch it real quick, and then we're gonna get into it. His rated achievement saying the scream was the scream. Oh my god, fucking. His rated the scream was sick. Yes, guy was on demon time. Absolutely. Um, Chris said that's a bad take. Torres would have done the same for everyone else on that ship, 100%. Smithy said Mushroom Guy got his ass whooped. Oh no, Mushroom Guy got his ass. Yeah, got Thorfinn. Skiv said, I mean, Thorfinn was a kid. What do you expect from a kid? Fair. Thorfinn better than Boji? Yes. Um, Smithy said she was like, give him a name, give her a name now. And then McVicky said he's a simp. But I wanna go back to this because here's one thing that I feel like you didn't pick up, or you didn't not even pick up, but you didn't give enough respect to Thorfinn for, right? He just seen his pops get bodied before his eyes, like 5 feet away from him, bro. Okay? He hugged him as he died, right? And his response wasn't, oh, I want to die, cry 24/7, like despair, woe is me. Meanwhile, he's 6 years old, right? His response was, I'm gonna fucking kill you. What?
Okay,
Like, If
See
you
what I'm saying, if you was paying attention to his character, you would know that would be his response. He's a crash dummy. He's a crash out. He's here for the smoke. That wasn't anything
what was your what was your
surprising to me.
what
That
was your
was
statement before Crash
completely
Dummy about Thorfinn? You said Thorfinn was what?
what did I say?
I'm trying to remember because you said Thorfinn was something else, which set this whole thing off. Because I was like, "There's no way." You said like, it was probably like if there was a synonym for it, you kind of like you was kind of insinuating that he was like an annoying like piece of shit character or something like that. Like
Well,
that's the way it was seeming.
he personally annoyed me because he was just moving stupid and ragey, which is exactly what he did. He raged and said, "I'm gonna kill you," which lined up with his character, so it was no surprise to me.
This is
So
crazy.
I couldn't even put respect on that because that's how I
You
expected
can
him
re-
to act because he's
you
a
can put
crash
respect
out.
for you can put respect on him for surviving by himself in the wilderness.
Well, we didn't get to all that yet.
He was 6 years old and he was doing it. He killed a wolf. His first body was a wolf at
I'm
6.
saying I didn't even get to that. I'm talking about his response on the ship.
Okay, go ahead. Also, he's
Yeah,
not the reason that Taurus died. He's not the reason Taurus
yeah,
died.
I could agree with that. I was just saying, like, visually, what we seen, yes, but yeah, just true. They probably wouldn't have made it out anyway.
I gotta ride for
But yeah,
Thorfinn, bro. That's my guy, dude.
yeah, I'm saying on the first watch, I was focused on that. Like, I wasn't messing with him. And then seeing that the whole show revolved around him, and he was just this ragey little angry character the whole time. And he was with he was with the ops. It was just rubbing me wrong the whole first watch. This on the second watch, my focus was shift. It was shift to Askeladd on what a freaking evil man Askeladd and his crew is, bro. That's what I was focused on. That's what I was focused on the second watch. It's like I respected Thorfinn a little more on the second watch,
Mhm.
and my like negative energy focused toward Askeladd. I'm just looking at him like, yo, this piece of shit, bro. Man,
That's crazy.
I forgot he did Thor's dirty like that. Like,
He did. He did, but like I said, I was misunderstood because I thought he cheated during the battle, but he clearly lost, and he said he lost, but he had a job to do, and they
nah, he
both knew. No, no, but hear me out. They both knew what that meant, right? And he even allowed the rest of them to leave. Like that, but see, that's the thing I thought too. Right, the first watch, I was like, "Yo, Askeladd's a fucking scumbag. He's a piece of shit. He's a lowlife. He's dirty. He cheats. Did all that stuff." Right? Because he does have his antics, right? He is a cheater a little bit, but he still could and should have bodied them all, right? But on the second watch, you see that he gives them the opportunity to leave and get away in exchange for Thorfinn because even though he doesn't honor or respect the code, air quotation, he has some type of honor, some type of warrior mentality because he would have absolutely killed all of them. He would say, "I don't give a fuck. I'm killing all of them. What are we talking about? Why am I doing you? Give the
I
signal, bitch. Ding, 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 ding. Cooked. Everybody cooked. GG's."
like don't get me wrong. In his position, I wouldn't like give it up just like that either. But he what pissed me off is like I think he said like he give his word and whatnot, and
Yeah,
then he went back on the word. See, the
yeah.
one thing I like about these
He's a
warriors
Viking.
is when nah. That's not how we moving in as Vikings. And when you give your word, you freaking stand by it. And that's the one thing I respect about these people, even though they're like bad guys and whatnot. I respect that they stand on their word, it's their honor and blah blah blah. So when I saw Askeladd being pretty much the only dude in the show who don't stand on his word, I just couldn't stand watching this guy. I'm like, yo, he's a little snake, but I do respect other parts of his character. I do respect the leadership, the intellect, he's
Yeah, he's
mostly
smart as
calm.
hell.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
another calm character. I do like the calm characters in the show. And on like after Thorfinn's dad dies, after Thor's dies, he basically follows Askeladd around because he wants to take him out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps challenging him to duels, trying to avenge his father. I don't really exactly like how they go about this because he's literally basically working for Askeladd
I
in
know.
hopes of getting a duel, in hopes of finally beating him. I don't really like how they go about that. I did respect a lot more how he, like the segment where he survived on his own, he was getting food on his own, he was training on his own. I did
Mm-hmm.
respect that a lot more on the
Throwing
second one.
daggers, going crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's going stupid.
I had a lot more respect for that, as a little kid, like just pushing
6 years
on.
old. Kid, you know what I'm saying? Like making it
Yep,
happen.
pushing on. I respected that, but at the same time, it's just so weird because he's literally just in bed with the ops the whole show and literally like following orders and stuff and killing other sometimes innocent people
Yeah.
just to keep going with the ops for a chance of a get back. So
Any chance that I get
it's a
back,
little
bro?
weird. It's a little
It, it,
weird,
it
bro.
it is a weird dynamic, but and similar to how Coco alluded to it too. Like I ended up loving this dynamic because like maybe not love, but I ended up really liking this dynamic because even though Askeladd knows what Thorfinn's after, and even though Thorfinn, even though Thorfinn thinks he knows what he's after, Askeladd was actually just baby stepping him into becoming another him. You know what I'm saying? Because they alluded they alluded to that when they showed a little bit of Askeladd's background when his mom was a slave and when he had to like um, kind of like go against his father, right? What he had to do was because he was a slave, because his mother was a slave, he had to do like all that like slave work, whatever, and shit like that, whatever. Had to like tend to her, and then when he saw the way that his father was treating his mother, he had to get in bed. You know what I'm saying? And he had to learn under his father's tutelage and under the other warriors and stuff like that. He had to learn how to fight. He had to learn how to, kind of like he had to get more skills. He had to get better. He had to get wise. He had to get smarter. He had to get stronger until it was his time to strike. So I think that's what he saw. He saw Thorfinn in himself, or he saw himself in Thorfinn, and that's why he allowed Thorfinn to tag along and become the Thorfinn that we all love, the rage crazed motherfucker who has so much skill, but he just loses to rage. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have the intellect, the wherewithal, the calm aggression that you need to operate. You know what I mean? And he also became a father figure to Thorfinn. Like, regardless of like, yeah, like he was using him, but even for him, there was a certain attachment. There's a certain level of attachment that he had, you know what I mean? To make sure that, all right, like even though he's keeping his distance, he's making sure Thorfinn's good. He's teaching Thorfinn through different acts, like meaning like whether it be dueling, whether it be like showing by example, whether him telling him what to do. Like he was literally teaching him. He's becoming his teacher slash mentor slash like father figure because that's all Thorfinn knew. You know what I'm saying? So exactly, he was using him but giving him the tools. So I think that's the reason why he operated like that. And I know it's a weird system, but that's what Askeladd had to do. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, he's half Dane, half
Oh,
English.
I'm not questioning what Askeladd had to do. He did what he
Yeah.
had to do. I'm just questioning like from a Thorfinn main character perspective, it's weird.
Well, as a kid, all you know is rage, and all you know is that you have the only chance you have at getting revenge is to do this and become. I mean, he's also becoming stronger. He knows he's becoming better, and he knows he needs to learn. So you got to do what you got to do, right? Like if this the only way I'm gonna get my lick back, I got to do what I got to do. So I can't. I really can't even be mad. I can't even be mad at that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I can't be
I'm
mad at
I'm
it.
not mad until he starts like killing innocent civilians.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him kind of like have trouble with that too. When he's getting older, with the whole scene of the lady that took care of him, that didn't out him to the fucking scout, that combed his hair, and she was trying to like not replace her son that she had lost, but like she kind of like had that motherly connection to Thorfinn, after like heal like mending it to his wounds and stuff like that, whatever. So he tried to get them to run away. He tried to save her and stuff like that, but the language barrier because they don't understand each other. You saw him have a struggle with that. It was tough to see, obviously, and you hate to see it, but you saw him have a struggle with that, and then he just had to be on Demon Time. Had to be on Demon Time.
I
But
would
yeah,
have much prefer he just like right there just started. Nah, not even there. There's many opportunities where he could have just turned on them, started going crazy. But anyway, it's a love-hate relationship. I like the dynamic. I also find it really weird and annoying at times.
it is
But
it
yeah,
is weird and annoying. Yeah,
he's like a like Askeladd said. He said it best. He's like, oh, we're using the kid. Who cares if he dies? Like we're just using him. You know what I'm saying? Like they never wait for him. They never confirm if he's alive. They just start moving out, and then Thorfinn shows up and moves out with them, all wounded. But they ain't wasting their time worrying about if he made it or not.
that's true. But even so, I think Askeladd, he says that, and Askeladd is the probably one of the very few people who has this like this thing. He'll say something, but there's always a double meaning to it, right? Because yeah, he said, "Who cares about this kid?" But he obviously cares, or else he wouldn't
Yeah.
care to keep him around, to teach him the tools, to escalate him into a warrior, into a caliber level, or to a caliber, a warrior with a caliber of his. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't spend all that time feeding him and allowing him to come with them if he didn't actually care.
Well, he ain't feeding them.
He fed him. They fed him scraps, but they fed
Maybe
him. They fed him scraps, but they fed
yeah,
him.
they toss bones at him.
It's better than nothing, right? Motherfucker was looking the bone marrow out of the bones, bro. That's something. But
I had a thought. I forgot what it was.
there's also a moment where I think Askeladd saved Thorfinn, and I think there's another moment where Thorfinn saved Askeladd. Or there's probably a couple moments where that happened, but like obviously there's a different dynamic there. But and I think that was like the biggest dynamic of the whole show and the most important. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we have the prince's dynamic, and I'll be honest, the prince, I
That I don't. I'm not with
the
it. I'm not with
the
that dynamic.
first watch, I'm gonna be honest, the first watch, I was for some reason I was okay with it. The second watch, I was like, oh fuck no. I don't know about
Yo,
y'all.
my
The second
exact
watch,
feeling.
I was
My
like, fuck
exact
no.
feeling.
I was like,
My
hell
exact feeling.
no.
That's how I
That
feel
shit
exactly.
pissed me, yo. That shit
I
pissed
was,
me off to no end.
the episodes where they started focusing on the prince, I was falling asleep, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, I was falling asleep because I was on no sleep at all, watching this shit, binging this shit, bro. It was putting me to sleep. But not only that, imagine this, right? You got this prince, okay, who's afraid to show his face because he's feminine, because he's timid, because he's shy, he's soft spoken, all this other stuff, right? Don't want to make no commands, don't want to say nothing. Don't want to give no orders. Don't want to be on no battlefield. Don't want to fucking
Yo,
don't want to do nothing, right?
minding his business on his knees while everyone dies.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you, brother. I got you, Raw. Um, like you like imagine being such a pussy, right? Like you like even Thorfinn said, "Yo." He said, "It's a shame that you my age. Are you sure?" Thorfinn was like, "Are you sure you my age? What? We are not the same. What? Fuck no." Like Thorfinn had bodies on bodies on bodies, survived the harshest of environments and all that shit. I mean, that motherfucker been pampered since fucking birth, and he's still hiding his face behind his fucking caregiver, Ragnar. Like, come on, bro, that shit pissed me off. But what pissed me off even more, right? What pissed me off even more is not the fact that he was just such a big puss. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just like, oh, he's a pussy. It's the fact that Ragnar died and now all of a sudden he's a king? Like, I want that to be him at some point, but it can't just be like, it don't flip just like that, bro. Like now, he's not afraid of nothing. Nothing phases him. He's ordering everybody around. He's moving diabolical. He moving stout, standing 10 toes. Like, and I know that's what we want for him, but you can't just do like you can't just be like, oh, Ragnar died. Okay, Askeladd slapped him in the face, and that was the moment. No, they gave him all of 1 day after getting smacked, and he turned into King Caesar. Come on, gang. What? Come on, bro. Like that. I feel like that was so bad. Like, do y'all hear me on that, or,
bro.
am I
Oh no,
alone?
no, 100%, bro.
Like
That's
what?
where
No
my
development,
rewatch was struggling because I was yeah, I was already exhausted, and then when they started giving the prince all this attention, and then give
bro.
him this ultra fast come up, I was falling asleep left and right. Like every time I open back my eyes and get up, I fall right back to sleep
Yep.
looking at this guy, bro.
Yep.
Uh, I could not finish the last few episodes because of this guy. Like I just straight kept falling asleep over and over. I was like, please, is there dub? Like I need to. I can't be reading and looking at this guy's face, bro. It just put me to sleep. It was just straight Z Z Z until
That shit
WeebWatch
pissed me
started,
off.
bro.
That shit that shit royally pissed me off, bro, because like you see what all these other characters had to do in terms of development. You see how long and how far it took all these characters to have development. Even the fucking foot soldier of Askeladd in them. You know what I'm saying? Like they even had more development. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
and it was going the wrong way,
it,
obviously, right? But at the same time, there was still some like it was some type of development, bro.
it was this show's strongest feature. They know how
Yeah,
to flesh out good developments, and then here comes the
precisely.
prince, just overnight development. I'm big boss now. Like, huh? Z
Like,
Z Z. I'm I'm just sleeping, bro. I'm like, ain't no way. This script can't be real. I must be dreaming, so I fall asleep
yeah.
every time I look at it.
Mm-hmm. I was struggling like exactly what you just said, bro. I was struggling my ass off, bro. Smithy said we didn't even know their names, but that's what I'm saying. We didn't even know the names, but we saw the development. We saw what they brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we know Bjorn and the dude who had like him and his brother. Uh, I forgot the brother who went like psycho, or who not went psycho, but went like infant. Like he went infantile in his brain. The other one started with an A as well, but yeah, everyone had. I feel like everyone had really good development. I feel like that was a really redeeming quality of the show, and it just pissed me off to see someone like Prince Canute just absolutely get main character treatment for no reason. Like, like very uncalled for. The only time I liked it was at the very end when it was called for because it had to be. If he didn't do that, then I would have been like, okay, they really fucked up. So before we get to that, another thing I would like to say is I'm gonna touch on is Thorkel. Thorkel is a fucking demon. Thorkel
He's
was him from when you met him until the very end. Him. Okay? Thorkel was another character where I was like, damn. Like, there's a lot of characters I could get, you know what I'm saying? I could get with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of characters I fuck with. Like, I don't know. You feel me? Like, I don't know who got the edge right now. Thorkel? One of them ones, bro. One of them ones.
yeah.
And it really goes to show you, like, and this is the crazy part for me. This one I really appreciated it. It goes to show because Thorkel in the first scene was getting crazy. Thorkel after that scene was diabolical. When you see this man throwing fucking like boulders and spears, and it looks like this motherfucker shot them out of a fucking cannon, blowing up boats and shit, leveling people. Like Thorkel is Kenpachi, but this is where it's crazy, bro, because you chopping down the massive boat throwing his act like, bro, you see how crazy Thorkel is, and he says Taurus was easily stronger than him. That means Taurus was way stronger than him. Way stronger than him. Like, cause we got to see a little bit of how Taurus was getting down, how dynamic he was, how strong he was, how powerful he was. Right, splitting motherfuckers in half and going from boat to boat and just level. We saw But when we see Thorkel, we're like, oh, wait, whoa, this is like destructive power. This is he looks like a beast. He looks like a monster. And then when he says Tors was easily stronger than him, I'm like, yo, we need more Tors. We need to, like we've been saying, we need a movie, a prequel. We need something. OP. I don't know. Like you tell me, a spinoff. I don't care. Give me something, bro. Tors was going. Yo, what? I'm seeing Thorkel like I'm seeing Thorkel just level people by the hundreds, not even like dozens, by the hundreds, gang. You know what I'm saying? And also, Thorkel was crazy as fuck, but he was very, very he's very smart in his own right. You know what I'm saying? Because remember the scene where they turned on Askeladd, right? They had turned on Askeladd, and Thorkel finally got there, and they all like, oh, we're gonna join you. We try to stop him. All try to switch. Bro, he's like, I don't value no man that's finna just flop and flip the script, bitch. Fuck out my face. Kill all them besides Askeladd. I was like, oh, because you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit I'm talking about, bro. Because there is some type of honor system. There is some type of warrior system. There's some type of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, code amongst Vikings and fighters and stuff like that. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of what y'all saying, bitch. Y'all all getting pieced up now. And then he stared in the eyes of that one dude who damn near pissed himself, and then that motherfucker went infantile. Like what? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And not to mention his fight scenes with Thorfinn were fucking gas.
Yep.
His fight scenes with Thorfinn were fucking gas. At like top notch.
I just wish they would stop interrupting it to show.
I know. Bro, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to see more of it, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, I had some of these episodes on 1.5 or 2 speed, 2 times speed. Because I wanted to skip like some of the Princess bullshit. Because I was like, I don't need to keep seeing this bullshit. And then when I got to the fight, I slowed it down, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then they fucking flip to the Prince again. I'm like, fuck, bro, I gotta endure another 5 minutes of this fucking cocksucker. Give me back to the fight. Give me back to the fight. Thorkel was fucking out here, dagger in his palm, 2 fingers missing. Hey, we gotta fight again. That was fun. Like, bro, come back. Like, what? I'm like, yo, what? Nah, bro. And then his second fight with him too. Like, the second fight, like he would like Thorfinn was getting busy again, and then Thorkel was like, nah, you're not gonna get me again. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get me again, bro. And absolutely fucking launched him to the moon, bro. Launched his ass to the moon, bro. That shit
I
was,
love when he
bro.
was cross map up the hill and launched that spear.
Yo, dude,
Boom.
bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, dude?
Torpedo incoming.
Yo,
3-piece.
bro. Like he's on a kill streak, gang,
Yo,
with a fucking
nah.
log. Like,
Imagine he had explosive spares, bro.
bro, that man was too different, bro.
He would have wiped the army from top of the hill.
Bro, he could have sieged. You remember the castle that they were trying to siege with that fucking short Napoleon head ass prince? Dude, he would have sieged that whole shit by himself. That whole shit by himself. I'm dead ass. He would have sieged that whole shit. Thorkel is literally a one-man army, which is like, damn, I really need to see Taurus' back. Like his upbringing and I need his story, bro. I need to see some of his feats.
A little detail I really appreciated was Thorkel's men just like carry him around while he lays back.
Yep.
And nobody complains the whole time.
Yeah, bro. Just chilling.
Because
just
they know
mobbing.
They're like, he's gonna do all the work. We just gotta pull him around.
Yeah. But the thing is, his men were getting busy too. His right hand, he was nice. He was nice. He was nice, bro. And having, like, obviously not everybody has this perspective, but having seen the second season and how it overlaps and intertwines with the first season, I actually gained more appreciation for the first season as well because of that. I know it's not really fair, but it is what it is. I really appreciated the second watch because of the fact that, like, I saw the second season and how things kind of added up, and it's like knowing where it's headed, right? Because you see like a couple different lines, storylines, but ultimately the biggest one is Thorfinn's growth and how Askeladd's tutelage and mentorship You know what I'm saying? How much it actually meant to him and how much it like transcended just the revenge dynamic. It was way more than the revenge dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And then even for Askeladd, what I love to see too is that he got way more busy as the shit went on. He got way more busy against his own men that tried to stand against him, against Thorfinn, and it was to a point you got to really see like how how fire he was because you know what I'm saying. One, he can speak both languages, so he's just manipulating everything. He's manipulating the battlefield. He's manipulating the people. When they fucking carried the fucking ship over the land. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just doing shit out the box, bro. And then he stopped taking it easy on Thorfinn and like, you know, started like really getting into him like a father. Like he was like, bro, he's like, you're fucking stupid. Like you're so silly. Like you're so dumb. Like you have to realize this is what it needs to take. And like he was just like his character was just getting better and better. The only thing I will say I didn't like was killing Ragnar. I didn't like Ragnar. I get it. He was babying Prince, and it needed to happen. So I wasn't like too like I was torn. Um, I didn't like that he killed Ragnar like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like that, but at the same time, Askeladd always did what needed to be done, especially in in the last scene. Peak, peak.
Askeladd, he would easily be my favorite character if he did not have those two scenes of him just being a scumbag,
A
just
scumbag.
lying.
Yeah,
Like if them lies didn't come out his mouth, he would easily be my favorite character.
he's
But
crazy.
with that said, oh, there was another lie that came out his mouth. Actually, I just remembered. Him and some other guy did this lie. This lie was one of the things in the show that rubbed me the wrong way the hardest, bro.
Hmm.
You know when they freaking it's not even far into the show, bro. They chatting
Uh huh.
and they yapping, they freaking talking about
Loki.
nah, basically they talking about freaking Thors, right? Or
Okay.
they like or they're like, "Oh, why is Thorfinn still here? Blah blah blah. How did he end up here again? Blah blah blah." And they
Hmm.
trying to act like they all forgot about Thors. Even Askeladd came right out his mouth. Like when he was
Wait,
asked about Thors and all this stuff, like he just be acting like, eh.
wait, but what scene is that? Because I'm gonna be honest. There's a
It's
scene.
actually two scenes actually.
Well, because I
He's just
remember there's a
acting.
scene where he actually, I think it was actually cool because I never picked up on it the first time. There's a scene where he's talking about Taurus and he was talking about killing Taurus, and he described how Taurus died, and he said something like he said something like a true warrior or some shit like that. Like he gave Taurus his flowers. So
Mm, I don't think he did.
no, he did. I gotta find the episode, but he did. Because I remember I was like, oh wow, I didn't expect that because it was kind of random. It was kind of random, but he gave Thor's. You could tell he has an appreciation and admiration
Oh, I know he admires
towards
Thors,
Thor's.
but
Yeah.
as far as I saw, every time he spoke on Thors, like he either acted like he was a nobody that he forgot, or he was like when the leader of the Vikings said, "Yo, how was his last moments?" I believe he said it was nothing special.
So that
And
I
I
think
was like, "Yo,
I think we're taking it. I think we're talking about the same scene, but maybe we just seeing it different. Let me see.
yeah, let's pull it up."
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, "Yo, this disrespect is sickening. There's no way we gonna act like this toward Thors. There's no way." And then even his men, this was later on in the show, they barely remembered Thors when they were describing him to the priests.
Yeah. Mhm. I don't know if it'll pop up.
I'm gonna see if I can find.
It's probably just gonna be Askeladd versus Thor's every time. What's this speech? No, that's not it. I don't know if we'll be able to find it, but
Sheesh. Let me actually pull up the episode now.
okay. I think I found it. 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 I think I found it.
Uh,
I'll shoot me in Discord. I got you. I think this is it.
時のことだ。その船には戦士が一人乗っててな。これがもうめっぽう強かった。俺らは総出でかかったんだが、そいつ一人に30人があっちゅう間に素手で叩き伏せられた。素手だぞ。結局そいつは俺らが仕留めたが、後で損害を
Was
調べ
it
た。
talking to the
不思
priest?
議なことに死者がいねえ。なんだったんだろうな、ありゃ。野郎、確か剣を帯びてたよな。やっぱ俺ら舐められてたんだろうか。だ。
そのもの、他に何かしましたか？名は何と言いますか？
名前は言えねえ。やっぱ、わけ妙なことを言ってたぜ。本当の。だよ。
Yeah, this is the scene with the priest, but
Yeah, that's not the one with Askeladd.
at this point,
Yeah,
at
it's
this
not the one
point, a
with
lot
Askeladd.
happened, but their memory was just foggy on it.
Yeah,
That was like
yeah.
the disrespect. But there's like two
This is
scenes before this where they just was disrespecting Thor's like crazy. I was like, wow, we gonna act like y'all forgot about him, huh? The only
like, yeah,
man,
forget.
the one man army, your whole ship.
Bro, whole squad, bro. Whole squad, bro. Yeah, nah. That was crazy, bro. But yeah, like I grew to like Askeladd's character even more. A couple of other notable characters, I guess, would be are there any other notable characters? Oh, the sister. I fucked with the sister. I fucked with the sister heavy, bro, because she was holding it down, bro.
Yeah.
And it was sad to see like that. Obviously, like she was kind of like trying to muster the strength to like hold it in and stuff, and she was masking, but she was holding it down when they found out that Thor's died, and you know, obviously the scene with the mother like pulling her away from like her trying to work and seeing her like finally like give in like that was tough. That was tough. I fucked with her. She was funny, you know what I'm saying? She's decent bit strong too. But she was a notable character, I feel like. Yeah, I mean that's probably it in terms of notable characters, but for the most part, I really enjoyed this rewatch. I think it was really dope to see the little bits and pieces that I didn't pick up on the first time. I still get lost with the whole war between the English and the Danes and the Vikings and who's what, whatever.
Yeah.
I really don't even give a fuck about that shit for real, for real. It was more about the morals and like the you know the plot and the story that I was interested in. So rewatch made it better. I really like the rewatch. Like I really do think the rewatch was necessary, and I'm glad we did it because like yeah, it was this is a great rewatch for me. And in the end, that's probably one of my favorite scenes is the end. Like the end scene where you know Askeladd is trying to obviously like he's trying to gain the edge over the king for the prince's favor, but also for his own favor. And then I love that this is funny too, right? Because the whole show, what is Thorfinn's weakness? The fact that he can't stop raging, right? He doesn't stop to think. And then in the end, the person who was literally telling him to stop doing it is guilty of the same thing. Because remember, when people mentioned it, like when people mentioned his mom were like slaves and stuff like that, talking about whales and stuff, that was his pressure point. That was his pressure point. So the fact that in the end, he thought he had it all figured out, but the king tried to one up him and was like, yo, we're gonna go to Wales. And then he like proposed, why do we go to Wales? There's no point, yada 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 yada. And then he goes over and whispers to him and says, it's either Wales or Prince Canute. I was like, oh shit, bro. Because then he said something about his mom. He said, I did some research into you. And then that's when Askeladd, his most goated scene in the whole show. His most goated scene in the whole show, bro. He started talking crazy. He was wilding. He was like, he said, okay, I got you. Heard you loud and clear. Sword to the face. What now, bitch ass motherfucker? What now? Sword to the face. Talk to me. Talk to me, bro. You can't fuck with me, bro. I'll piece everybody up in this bitch. Stop playing, bro. And then he went on his little rage scene and he was fucking 1v-Xing and he was going stupid. He sliced off the fucking king's head and all that. I love every second of it. I loved every second of it. And this is where I really respected Thorkel as well, because Thorkel, obviously, he didn't know exactly what was going on. And Canute, props to him, he explains it to Thorkel. But this is where this is what I was talking about. If they didn't make Prince Canute be the one to kill Askeladd, you might as well have just fucked the whole show. You might as well just stop writing. Because, well, as we were talking about before, there's no way he can just flip the script that fast. But now that we have to be here, this is a very crucial moment. And Thorkel said, you have to be the one to do this. Because remember, Canute was like, I'll let you finish him off. Just let him have his moment. He's like, nah, bro, that's all you. You the king now. You gotta make you gotta be the one to stop it. This has to be on your hands. I love that shit, bro. That scene was so fire. And then obviously Thorfinn getting there and just like losing his mind because he's trying to process 1,001 emotions. Oh my God. He's trying to process 1,001 emotions. Like betrayal, anger, sadness, maybe a little bit of happiness, but like, it's because it's such a weird dynamic that they had, bro. It was crazy. That was a crazy scene. Okay, so WC Chris was like, was a dope way to go out for him? No, 100%. Yeah, nah. Askeladd, he went out like a demon, bro. He went out on demon time, bro. That was one of my favorite scenes, if not my favorite scene. Because there's so many overlapping things with it, and obviously, like, the goodbye between him and Thorfinn was like literally everything. It was like literally everything, bro. Like, that shit was nuts, bro. That shit was nuts. CJ, you got anything else?
Just like closing summary, like basically, yeah, I like the character progression in this anime besides the prince. And yeah, Prince put me to sleep.
Put me
The
to sleep, too.
animation's good. The
Really good.
pacing is good. The battles are good. The weird love-hate dynamic between Askeladd and Thorfinn, I like. What I don't like is I'm not like I watched this show because it was entertaining. I didn't
Yeah.
watch this show because I particularly cared what would happen with any character.
Yeah.
Like I didn't watch it like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for Thorfinn to grow up. Like I didn't really care. I just more so cared about what's on screen rather than any individual and their story.
Okay. That's fair. I couldn't wait to see Thorfinn grow up, bro. When like from the first watch and second watch, I couldn't wait to see him. After I saw him rage like that when he was a kid, I'm
Like
gonna
what you mean?
fucking kill.
You talking about strictly the start or like throughout the whole show you couldn't wait?
No, the start to finish. I wanted to see his character development. Because one, I wanted to know, is he worthy of being towards his son, or is he going to be one of those characters where your father's like one of the strongest people ever, and then you're kind of just like not ever gonna live up to expectation, and you're kind of just like a mundane, like, okay, good moments, bad moments, but like you're not really like particularly interesting. It's just like kind of like whatever, I guess. But like I wanted to see if he was gonna live up even a little bit to Thor's name, right? To Thor's name. I wanted to see how far the revenge angle was going to go. You know what I'm saying? If he would actually get his revenge. I wanted to see how skilled he was going to get as a fighter. Once he found out that like swords ain't for him. Double daggers though, we gonna make it happen. We're gonna get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? Do will and that shit. Yeah, we like that. I just wanted to see, like, I wanted to see him as a character from start to finish. especially when
I
he followed him after yo. I thought that was the coldest shit ever, bro. 6 years old and you following these motherfuckers to get your lick back? Nah, bro. At 6 years old, bro, that's
I
tough.
I liked. Oh, lost my train of thought. I freaking I like watching him fight. Me personally, I watch because I want to see him fight, and
Hmm.
I like him as the little freaking attack dog. I didn't
Nah, he
have
was
no
fire.
interest. I didn't have no interest in him ever finally getting the get back because after, after he duels him and lose like 2, 3 times, I don't care about that no more. You know what I'm saying? At this point, y'all family.
But you know what? You know what? I was still intrigued in that the dueling was because when he was a kid, obviously it was not like it was whatever. But when he actually was winning, remember, I think it was the third time they dueled when he was actually this at this time he was an actual warrior after he took the commander's head. He was winning that fight. He only lost because he got triggered by what Askeladd said. He was winning that fight. Like wholeheartedly winning that fight. Now, was Askeladd giving it 100%? Probably not, right? But he was definitely losing. Askeladd was definitely losing. And then he pushed the button, you know what I'm saying? He pushed the button, and then that's when fucking
Yeah, I
Thorfinn just
remember that.
fucking because he was going, Thorfinn was getting jiggy. I'm telling you, he was getting jiggy, bro. What? Oh my god, he was
Yeah,
oh
him
my
and
god,
Thork
bro.
will get busy.
Dude,
But
that like they business. What? Straight up.
also another thing that was just rubbing me wrong. See, I like Askeladd and I wanna like him a lot, but the stuff they do in between story segments is like, yo, these guys are evil. It's like, damn, bro. Like I did not need to see y'all just kill this village for no, bro.
Hmm.
Like in the snow village when it was snowing,
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
that
When they
was
were
the
praying
worst
at the
one.
dinner?
Yeah, that was the worst one
Yeah.
because not only were they all innocent, but they okay. You want to use the reason they did it for food, right? But then they straight up was tossing the food on the ground because they didn't like it. So I'm like,
Yep.
so we wasted food and we killing? Like this is just crazy.
I didn't like that scene, not because I didn't like the scene. I didn't like the scene because it was hard to watch.
Yeah. It's like, bro, we did it for food, but you're tossing the food on the ground. Come on.
And you have this modest family that prays to God and like, like it was just that was just sad to see, bro.
Yeah.
The dad's
They made
asking
the
for
family look
forgiveness,
like the
like
best, most peaceful family in the world right before they kill him.
so sad, bro. And then
They
the
didn't need to do
girl
all that.
who stole the ring and stuff. I don't yeah. That was just like, ugh. That was sad, bro. I can't cap. But
They did
overall,
not
man,
need to do that, bro.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the rewatch, and my favorite, I would say my favorite character, um, might be a cop out. I'm gonna be honest, it
I
might be a
don't
cop
know.
out because I don't know amongst the people outside of Thor's. I like them more on rewatch too, Chris. I think once it's all said and done, all right, I'm not gonna give a cop out answer. I was gonna say Thor's, but I feel like we don't get enough Thor's to even say that. So without being a cop out, I'm gonna say ah. It's hard for me to say Thorfinn because I would like first watch I would have said Thorfinn easily, but there's so many layers to it. Um, there's so many layers to it, bro. Like Askeladd is a really fucking insane character in this fucking show, and I don't want to give him the number one spot for favorite character because he's not my favorite character, but it's like, damn, he's the only one who really deserved it after that. Thorkel. So LK said Thorfinn. Smithy said Thorkel. CJ said Thorkel. I love Thorkel, but
It's not an easy choice. Like
It's not an easy choice.
I didn't pick Thorkel. Like throughout the show, I didn't think it was Thorkel until right now when I'm like, wait, he's like Kenpachi, and Kenpachi's easily my favorite.
um, it's between Thorfinn and Askeladd, but it's hard to say which because even though I had more of an understanding and a more liking of Askeladd this time, I still can't get behind all that he did. So that's what's like tearing me up because he still did a lot of fuck shit. He still did a lot of hoe shit. But I don't know, Askeladd, like he didn't carry, but he was a fucking gigantic part of season 1, bro.
Yeah,
So many
definitely.
levels to his character, bro. So many levels to his character.
He definitely carries. It's just when he does his scumbag shit, it's so painful.
I know. I don't condone it, but I'm gonna say Askeladd favorite character. Thorfinn is right there though. Nah, I'm gonna give it to Thorfinn. I'm gonna give it to Thorfinn, and I'm gonna give it to Thorfinn only because he needs some type of redemption for season 1, bro. He needs some type of redemption for season 1. So I'm gonna give a cop out. I'm gonna say Thorfinn because he needs some type of redemption for season 1. But he was like, not to say he wasn't deserving of it, but Askeladd was such a fucking insane character, bro. There's not many characters like him that do what he does well. He's a villain and he's not like I don't even know. He's like a villain and a hero in one. You know what I'm saying? For different reasons, because of where he was born, because of his heritage and his lineage, and like, I'm like, it's just, I don't know, it's crazy, bro. But I'm gonna say Thorfinn. I'm gonna say Thorfinn. Chris said his favorite was Thorfinn and Askeladd. So yeah, mine too, Chris. Thorfinn and Askeladd. Everybody's ratings. Let's talk ratings, baby. Let's talk ratings. Come on. Let's get to it. Let's talk ratings, bro. Whoever wasn't here for I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, we need your rating as well. I think it's just you, Chris. As anime could have been so goated, but they ruined it with season 2. Listen, I advise everybody to watch season 2. I honestly having watched this season 1 over again. I know what is said, and I know how season 2 went, but it's low key giving me more of an appreciation for season 2, and I think I need to rewatch it. I think I need to rewatch season 2. Not even think I need to rewatch season 2. Actually,
On first watch, this wasn't exactly my vibe.
okay. Give me my
So,
pussy.
but I respect it though. I'm not biased.
Yeah.
I respect it as a good piece of work. I give it like a solid 8.0 on the first watch. On second watch,
Yeah.
I do like it more, except the prince. And I give it like a I want to give it so much higher, honestly. It's just I don't think there's a moment. Now, mind you, I'm gonna edit the score later, maybe. But there was a moment so far that like piqued my interest like highly,
Mhm.
where that had me hyped or had me laughing my ass off or anything of that nature.
Yeah, it wasn't
So
really comical. Besides Thorkel. Thorkel's like the only piece of comedy for real.
and like the Thorkel fight could have been real hype, but they kept cutting out.
I know.
So it was like hype ZZZ, hype ZZZ.
You didn't mind the prince? Okay.
So yeah. For now, I'm gonna give it like a 8.2.
8.2. Okay. Okay. Come on, y'all. Where the ratings at, man? Smithy, Chris, McBiggie, give me the rating. Give me the rating, man. Give me the rating. Okay, so Chris said 8.2 for Pancreas. Okay. and 7.5 for 7.5 for 86. Okay.
I will say also, I'm normally not into like Viking stuff, old old school stuff.
Oh, I like
But
that shit, bro.
yeah, I know you love it.
I like that shit. I like that shit a lot, boy.
But this show does a good job to where I'm interested. But yeah, this is
Damn,
not my type of thing. Like if this came up 10 years from now as a rewatch, I still would not be interested in rewatching it just like I wasn't interested this time. But even though I wasn't interested, I still give it over an 8.
Yeah. Kyle said 9.1. I love this show. There's really nothing like it. Love the historical side and all that. Love all the character development for even small characters. Okay, 9.1. Smithy is smitten. Is smitten. No pun intended. But this one, that's fire, brother. 8.7 for Vinland. Okay, Chris. Chris said 8.7. 8.7. I had a feeling this one was going to get really good ratings, though. No, you good, Chris. You good. I had a feeling this one was going to get really good
It's a
ratings.
solid show.
It's a solid show. It's a very high quality show. Very high quality show. Thoroughly enjoyed it, to be honest. Like most of us are saying, I think the rewatch did it justice. Because the first watch, I was like, yeah, I fuck with this. But like seeing like, and that's why I think it's also important. That's why I tell y'all, like, we also got, like, I want people when they give me a rating, I need it to be a recent rating. With if that means rewatching the show, you have to rewatch the show because there's so many other aspects that you forget, and then things that you pick up on that you didn't necessarily know or expect or like pick up in the first watch. It's hard to like give something its full credibility when you haven't when you haven't like watched it again, because I think a big part of what makes a show a great show or a good show or a bad show or a mid show is the rewatchability. So we always talk about that. So maybe you said 8.7. The show was fire, but maybe not like Thorfinn at the end. Season 2 saved his character saved his character arc. Okay. 8.7 for McBiggie. Damn. 8.7 for McBiggie. Okay. I gotta see. Hmm. Okay. I don't want to screw myself up. I don't want to set myself up for disaster later. That's why I'm trying to be very cautious about this pick. Spoiler. I'm being cautious about this pick. It's gonna be. I liked it better on rewatch. Trust me. But I don't want to. I don't want to like set the tone, and then I'm fucked like later on in terms of like ratings and stuff. But I'm gonna give this one. We're gonna be triplets today, baby. 8.7. We're gonna be triplets today, bro. Me, Chris, and McBiggie. We all on lockstep, bro. We're gonna be triplets, bro. Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski. Because I
What were
was
you
thinking
talking about? Set the tone.
because so when I was watching it, I was like, okay, like a valid amount through. I was like, oh, at least an 8.6. And then at the end of it, I was like, ooh, I forgot how good that scene was. I was, ooh, maybe like an 8.9. But I'm like, they still did some things. I don't know if I can give them that. I don't know if I can give them that. But I didn't want to like do like an 8.889 because I don't go 9 unless I think that the anime really deserves it. So when you get to like 8.889 territory, it's like, ooh, like whoa, like sounding alarms. Like if you get a 9, it's like, damn, okay. You feel me? Like it's real hard to get up there for me, bro. For real. But this one, Close. I can't cat. It was close. It's tough. It's tough. But they did some stuff that I didn't like, especially with the Prince. The Prince was fucking AIDS.
ZZZZ.
Like I swear to God, I'm not word two. I'm not even capping, and I was I didn't get a great amount of sleep, but I
Same.
was locked for a lot of it. When the Prince came out, like CJ said, I swear to God, I was like, episode's over. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta rewatch it. Like,
Yo,
yo,
I
I'm not
kept
even capping.
rewinding over and
I had
over
to
and
I
over
had to
and over.
rewind. Yo, I fell asleep twice during the same episode. I'm like, oh my God, please, please, please. Oh my God, please. Like, oh yeah, bro. Skipping Loafer is a 7.4 for me. Okay, but we don't have your Skipping Loafer. Let me go get that. Wait, Skipping Loafer. Probably further back.
ZZZZZ. Like Blackbeard out here. Z ha ha ha.
he said like Blackberry. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, that shit was crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, I think it was a solid watch. 8.2 for Chris. Oh, sorry. 8.2 for CJ, 8.7 for Chris, 8.5 for LK, 8.7 for me, 9.1 from Smithy, 8.7 from Biggie. Oh wow, the average score is 8.7, and guys, holy Toledo, this might be our average. Like this might be our highest average for a regular. Oh no, I lied. Never mind. Forget that entirely. Helsing's average is a 9, and Freeman was an 8.9. But this one is in good company. 8.7 ain't nothing to sneeze at. So you take those. Yeah. Really good scores. Really good watch, man. Wheel time. All right, y'all. Elusive Samurai, Dori Hidoro, Odd Taxi, Undead Unwanted Adventurer, Overlord, Bookworm, Summer Hikaru died, Mushoku Tensei. Wait, did we put that into? Oh, that's right, guys. We put that into. Yo, I'm telling you, this shit don't be updating, bro. I took the shit out. I literally took the shit out. We put that into what's called it, right? We put that into Fuck no. Okay, you smoking crack. You're not taking shit. We put that. We put that into the 24 episode one, or did we put that into which one did we put that into? Because we took that out, I think, right?
What you said?
For Mushoku Tensei.
We put it to
Yes.
24.
Yeah, we put okay. I'm just making sure. Yep, we did. I have it here. So how the fuck did it not update for the? All right, whatever. Anyways, whatever. I actually have it there. I'm looking at it right now. I have it there, bro. But it was still on the fucking under the wheel, whatever, like the weeklies, which is stupid as shit that it didn't update. But it's fine. Devil May Cry is a game, but it also has an anime. Go back on vacation. Do we want to quickly add one because we're supposed to have 11? I do remember us saying like we might have to add one since we're taking one out. Do we want to quickly add one, or we just wait until it's time to add and we just do what we got to do? Probably that, right? We just wait till we. The random generator? Oh, fuck, you're right. Fuck. All right, I need to go. Hold on 1 second. I can find it. Real quick. You're right. We did do the random generator.
Shorty was like, Damn, you mean to tell me there was a Vinland dub out there this whole time, bro? I
Yes,
could have
sir.
fast forwarded the Prince this whole time.
It wasn't last week that we did this. It was the week before last.
I don't know how you even be fast forwarding with freaking subs. You
Alright.
must have not give a shit about what
20.
bro was saying at all.
No, I read it. I just read it. I can read fast. I don't like. Also, I just go for like keywords sometimes. So
Oh, none of these characters. Got it. Got it. I know what he's saying, guys. Except the Undertaker, obviously.
yeah.
And then they went into a little thing at the start with Karina, how she likes the Undertaker, but then she had that instant personality of it's not like
Fuck, I forgot what it was. I have to go through my VODs. Let me see if Max remembers. Just do the monthly spin. Okay, bet.
they call him Comb Chunky.
We'll do the monthly. We'll do the monthly while we try to find the one that was added. Yeah. I bet. So we have 6. We're almost down to 5. It's gonna be time. It's gonna be time to add soon for the monthlies after this one. So we'll like add like probably next week or something. But we have Dungeon Meshi, Code Geass, Rurouni Kenshin, Norahion no Mago, Haikyuu, and Mushoku Tensei. It was the Mashle week. Okay. Copy that. Copy that. Sukumichi. Yes, 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 yes. I knew Max would remember. Yeah, Sukumichi. It was like Moonlit Fantasy or some shit like that. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna do Sukumichi. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I'm putting it right now. Putting it right now. Sukumichi. Bet. Good call. Good comms. Good comms. Yep. 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 All right. Mushoku Tensei is out. Speaking of which, right? Okay, Norahion no Mago is out. Our top 4 is Dungeon Meshi, Code Geass, Rurouni Kenshin, and Haikyuu. Ace of Time. Dungeon Meshi is out. Okay.
Okay, one down, one to go.
Oh snap! Haikyuu is out.
There we go.
It's between Code Geass and Rurouni Kenshin.
It was the 2 I wanted out.
Rurouni Kenshin. And the winner is Code Geass is the monthly. Code Geass is the monthly. Okay. Code Geass. Code Geass is the monthly, y'all. Code Geass is the monthly. Big dubs, big dubs, big dubs. I want to say now that we're officially ending the month of May, I think it was the Wheel's best work. I think the month of May was the Wheel's best work. Just being honest. It felt like there was no misses. It felt like there was no misses. I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's get it, baby. Now that we have the month of May to a close, And Smithy missed all of it. Not wrong. All right, Dodi Hidoto is out. Oh, dude. John, you stupid. All right, some Hikaru died is gone. It was a busy month, yeah. Record of Ragnarok out. Devil May Cry out. Bro, come on, man. I just thought it, bro. I deadass just thought it, and I was gonna say there's one that I want to see, but I don't want to even put the energy out there, and I put the energy out there, and it fucking gets taken off. Oh, man. I'm just close my eyes, dude. Fuck. Our taxi's gone. Yeah, Sugamichi is gone. Elusive Samurai is never, dude. I'm telling you, Elusive Samurai is probably punching the wall right now. LK's a hater, dude. Overlord's gone. LK, you can't say. I'm gonna treat you like everybody else. We would not say what we want and what we don't want. We don't put the juju out there. The wheel knows all. Shut up, Max. Undead Unwanted Adventurer, gone. It is between Bookworm and Howl's Moving Castle. We might have another movie, y'all. Bookworm and Howl's Moving Castle. These are your picks, M? Oh, we're cooked. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I think this is the Wheels version of saying congratulations, because also a big congratulations to M. She just graduated. So shout out to my homie M, you know what I'm saying? Much love to her. She just had a graduation yesterday. So everybody give her some love, you know what I'm saying? I think the wheel is trying to give her her props. So there we go. Bookworm it is. Okay. Bookworm is the weekly. He's at a 0 win, 56 defeat. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, okay. So we have for the monthly Code Geass. And for the weekly, it's gonna be Bookworm, y'all. Okay. Code Geass for the monthly, Bookworm for the weekly. W's in the motherfucking chat. In the motherfucking chat. Monthly is Code Geass. And you know what? This is actually really good because one of my homies has been telling me to watch Code Geass for the longest time. And a lot of people have been telling me to watch Code Geass. I've never seen it, so I guess it's time I get to it, right?
Including me.
Yeah, including CJ, yes. Including.
The two shows that had to do with robots, Gurren Lagann and Code Geass, I approve.
Not wrong. Let's go Mets. Let's go. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Mets. Okay. W is looking rough. WeebWatch, man. Thank you guys for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all as always. W's in the chat for Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga was fucking a great watch. A great watch. Shout out to Vinland Saga, and you know, appreciate you guys. And yeah, man. Till next week, baby. Shout out to Jay Will. Also, let's go Vegas Golden Knights. Fair enough. We gang it tonight? Yeah, I want to. Okay. But mainly, let's go Mets. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go Yankees, bro. Stop playing, bro.
Shout out
Fuck
to
the
you
Mets.
guys for all deciding to show up today.
Yo, shit, shout out to people getting off a vacation, even though Jay Will's still on vacation. But nah. We got some good ratings, man. We got some really good ratings. So W's. We're gonna switch over to some games. But yeah, GG's, y'all. Have a good rest of y'all Sunday. Have a good week. I will catch everybody next week. We need to add next week as well for monthlies, y'all. We need to add for monthlies. Okay. So